It only took me 7 months of not writing to discover the secret to successfully being an adult. And I didn't just uncover how to do something I didn't want to do, but the reasons why being an adult can be so hard. I've Googled the question, how to do something I don't want to do, many times. There are so many answers, techniques, and tactics that I quickly became overwhelmed by the information and usually resigned myself to not doing what I should do, but obviously don't want to. For example, if I have the choice between working out or watching a movie, my inner parent will be like, take the either off, watch a movie, enjoy yourself, and while you're at it, eat that entire bag of chicken crimpies that are in the pantry. On January 3rd, 2020, I asked my mentor, how do I get myself to write when I want to write and be an author, but I just don't feel like writing? He suggested I might not want to be a writer after all. He recommended I take 3 months off and see how I felt about writing afterwards. Those 3 months eventually turned into an entire year without writing, and I'll share more about that experience on another day. During that year, I watched Tomorrowland, a movie about Frank, a former inventor, and Casey, a curious teenager, who embark on a dangerous mission to unravel the secrets of Tomorrowland, an unexplored dimension in time and space. Released in 2015, I remember feeling disappointed the first time I watched the film. I thought there was potential for a storyline that the movie's creators overlooked, and it wasn't what I expected or really wanted the movie to be. The second time I watched it, enough time had passed to forget what happened, enjoy the movie, and discover the secret to doing the things that I didn't want to do. This movie holds the secret to successfully adulting. In the middle of the villain's "this is why I'm doing what I'm doing" speech, also known as the speech in praise of the villain, the bad guy, Governor Nix, says 5 sentences, and these sentences changed my perspective on life. Governor Nix says, "In every moment, there is this possibility of a better future, but you people won't believe it, and because you won't believe it, you won't do what is necessary to make it a reality. So you dwell on this terrible future and you resign yourselves to it for one reason, because that future doesn't ask anything of you today." I love Easter eggs, themes, and hidden messages within movies, and this is evident in my free short story, Seasons of Life, which you can read when you sign up for my email newsletter. Now, Tomorrowland's theme taught me that if I don't believe in the possibility of a better future, I won't put in the work required to make that outcome my reality. Governor Nix's quote is still relevant today. I remember this quote when I need to work out to stay in good health, choose a nutritious meal over fast food, or go for a walk in nature instead of sitting inside all day. I'm learning that adulting is about believing in a better future and doing what is necessary to make that future my reality. As I'm starting this public author journey, it's easy to feel nervous and overwhelmed by everything I have to do and everything I should do. It would be way more comfortable if, like so many times before, I gave up and didn't believe these blog posts and YouTube videos would make my author's life better in the long run. But in August 2020, I had a turning point. I watched the movie and finally answered, why do I want to be an author? The following words were from me in August 2020 after watching Tomorrowland, when I recorded a 3-minute voice memo. And this is the snippet when I learned why I wanted to write. You can tell anybody that, for example, a strong tree doesn't grow in a day, but some people want to experience that. And the reason we tell stories and package up these themes and ideas and things we want to tell other people about is because they want to be entertained and not feel like they're being lectured to. If there is a theme, if there is a message purposefully embedded in fiction, and if the audience receiving that creation at the right point in time is open to it, they're going to get the message. What excites me just as much as a tremendous thematic reveal in a movie is the prospect of pulling one off myself. The thought that one of my stories could change someone's life for the better thrills me. It drives me to put into words the truths I've learned about my life. As an introvert, I'm not too fond of the idea of exposing myself on the World Wide Web. The part of me who wants to remain in her comfort zone would rather spend hours watching TV and reading books instead of creating this content. But I believe that doing this social media stuff is beneficial. It would be challenging to let you know that I have books for sale if you didn't know that I or my books exist. I also believe that I'll be able to look back at this video in 10 years and say, yep, Hannah, you were right. I am so glad you did what was necessary to make my reality today so freaking awesome. I write stories to comprehend the world around me, and I do what is necessary today to make that vibrant future that I can imagine a reality. I would rather spend my time doing what is required to build a better future than repeat the same habits and actions that keep me where I am today. Because what do I have to lose? I'm still practicing. Choosing future Hannah over today's Hannah is a constant struggle, but I've come to learn that successfully adulting and doing what I want to do is all about prioritizing my future self over my current self.